How Pakistan's serial killer murdered 100 children. Javed Iqbal, born 1961, Pakistan, died October 9, 2001, Lahore, was a Pakistani serial killer who murdered some 100 boys. His case attracted international attention not only because he was one of the deadliest serial killers in history, but because upon his conviction, he was sentenced to die in a manner similar to that in which he had tortured and killed his victims. Little is known about Iqbal's early life. Although complaints of sodomy were lodged against him in 1985 and 1990, he was never convicted of any of the charges. Iqbal surrendered to Pakistani authorities in 1999 after confessing to 100 murders during a 6-month period. According to his confession, he had lured the boys, mostly beggars and street children, between the ages of 6 and 16, to his home in Lahore, where he sexually assaulted them, strangled them to death, dismembered their bodies, and disposed of the pieces in a vat of acid. Iqbal claimed that his crimes were undertaken as an act of revenge against the police, who he said had assaulted him following an arrest. Iqbal kept detailed record of his victims, including their names, ages, and photographs. Although he later denied his guilt, Iqbal was given 100 death sentences. The court also ordered that he be executed with the same chain he used to strangle his victims, and that his body be cut into 100 pieces and dissolved in acid. Before the execution could take place, however, Iqbal and a young accomplice, who also had been convicted, were found dead in their prison cells. Despite indications of foul play, their deaths were officially ruled suicides. His motive of crime is, Iqbal claimed, that the motive for committing the murders was his anger over a perceived injustice at the hands of Lahore police. The victim of this sexual assault had severely bludgeoned Iqbal, predominantly about the head, rendering him unconscious. Though no charges were brought in relation to this offense, Iqbal's mother had been forced to watch his decline before suffering a fatal heart attack. According to Iqbal's confession, his mother's death after watching his social, economic, and symbolic status, he therefore resolved to make 100 mothers suffer and cry for their sons, as his late mother had been forced to for him. No country for children. In Pakistan, thousands of boys run away from home every year. Most of them end up on the streets. At night, they huddle together near garbage dumps, high on heroin or samad bond, a highly addictive polychloroprene adhesive sold off the shelves. Most parents don't file missing person reports with the police because they are usually turned away. Go and check with your relatives. He must be there, police officials told Majid's father. Children's rights activists say police take the matter of the missing children seriously only after it gets hyped up on TV news channels. His final words, "My count has reached 100. He was a handsome 16-year-old Bhutan boy. He came from Peshawar. With the grace of God, my mission is complete. Tears roll down my cheeks. I will make sure that my mission and my message reaches the world." One of the final entries within Iqbal's journal in which he documented his murders. A film based on the notorious serial killer titled Javed Iqbal, The Untold Story of a Serial Killer, 2023, follows the trial of Javed Iqbal. Scheduled for release on 28 January 2022, the film faced a ban from the Punjab government, a day prior to its release due to its portrayal of the government and police. After public backlash to the banning and the support of several actors for the film, it was finally released on the 2nd June 2023.